Welcome to the Game Changer 00100 show. I'm your host, Game Changer, and today we're going to talk about Birkin bags. And why is it that they don't feel that Black women is a good look for the Birkin bags? Now, this is just the beginning, by the way. I'm going to do a series of pre-recorded videos on this whole Birkin bag situation. Well, not this situation, but just Birkin bags in general. Because even though it seems like a small thing on the surface, this is actually a huge issue. And I'm going to explain why. Okay, so as everybody knows, I'm in my 40s. Therefore, I seen the 90s. As a teenager, I seen the 90s. And a couple of interesting things happened in the 90s, and these are just small footnotes of it. One was the Tommy Hilfiger fiasco, and how I think it was Tommy himself, even though it was rumored and insinuated, but it's probably true. It's probably merited. We didn't have the internet like that back then, so we couldn't just Google. We couldn't just fact check immediately, but it was widely understood that after a while of Tommy Hilfiger, basically Black people really found interest in his clothing line, even though he made no advertisement to Black people for it. After a while, he just came out and said, look, when I made this clothing line, I did not expect it to be hanging off the buttocks of Black people. Something along those lines. He said that. And, you know, the whole community was in an uproar. You see, they thought that they were doing the clothing line justice. The thinking was that all advertisement is good advertisement. Anytime we show your label, you should thank us. You owe us for advertising for you. But you were not, and when I say you, I mean me as well. However, I didn't wear a Tommy Hilfiger. I was more of a polo type person. So the people were just like, "Oh, I can't believe he said that." You know, we're supporting him. We're giving, but he would rather that you're not. Because you cheapen the brand. He didn't say that portion, or at least he's not rumored to even say that portion, but that's really what it comes down to. When people see you with it, it makes it less valuable. Period. This product is valuable as long as you do not use it. Think of it like a person, a British person with bad teeth and all kind of tartar and calculus in their mouth. And they are holding up a bottle or a tube of Crest. That is a bad look for Crest, Colgate, whatever toothpaste that a person with bad teeth uses. You want to use the exact opposite of it. And because he wants to sell his goods to, you know, I'm assuming like the bro dudes or the preppies, you know, I'm thinking like the Zach Morris of society. I'm thinking that was his target demographic, and it's okay. Have your target demographic. If there are things about the demographic that you like, one, that they have more money, two, that they're probably more stable, meaning that, you know, what's in fashion with them stays in fashion for a long, long time. Like in 1829, somebody picked up a cowboy hat and said, this will never go out of style. And it never did in some parts of like Texas and stuff. This will never go out of style. So if you want to be like the cowboy hat maker, then you stick to a demographic that's loyal to a particular thing. But for whatever reason, maybe it's just because he thinks that certain demographics of people are subpar, tacky, and lack class, and he would rather not deal with that. He would rather not have the name that his daddy gave him hanging down Nagaga's buttocks. In case y'all haven't noticed, I'm trying to clean this up. He would rather not have that. And that is his right. And frankly, I don't even classify that as racism. That's just business. It's just business. And actually, I'm not even going to say this piece. I'm going to wait for the Burberry piece, right? So apparently, oh no, Birkin, my bad. Birkin. See, I don't. This lets you know how much of a chit I do not give about a woman's purse. I don't. Louis, Birkin, Burberry. I only know about it because they talk about it so much. You think I care? Who cares? You think I'm thinking like, look at the purse on her? I don't know the difference between a $5.99 purse and a $5,000 or a $50,000. I don't know the difference. And to be quite frank, you women folk don't know the difference either. Y'all just want the label. And because the label works as a de facto price tag, you get to show other purse women how much more your womanhood, read vagina, is worth than theirs. That's what it is. A purse is a purse. Let's be clear. Like, y'all just walk around saying, oh yeah, this is how much my vagina is worth, and that's how much yours is worth. That's what y'all really are doing. This is Nana envy, plain and simple. And y'all know how I feel about Nana envy. I stay out of it. And I recommend every man stay out of Nana envy. It never, ever, ever winds up good for the guy. It's like breaking up a straight fight and you catch one in the eye. Or something like that, like you get caught in the backswing of a girl fight or something. And if you ever try to break up a girl fight, it's not clean like when men fight. No, because they get that hair and they hold on to that hair for dear life. You cannot, like, you could break them up using your testosterone, but when they get a woman's hair and then they twist into it, and then you be like, let go. And so one time, when these two Asian girls, I bit her hand, and she still was holding on. She was still holding on to a handful of hair. It's ridiculous. So what I'm saying is, stay out of Nana envy situations. It will be the greatest stress of your life. Y'all know the crap I went through. Why? In the middle of Nana envy situations. Well, I don't know. If you find yourself in Nana envy situations, then hey, more power to you. Don't drag me in. I mean, I stay out of that crap. Anyway, so that's what the whole purse thing is. They're trying to instill envy in others' Nana. And I stay out of it. But then Cardi B, and I never even seen her until this incident. And I thought that she was a woman of European descent. Well, I guess she is partly, but I mean, I thought that she was white, quite frankly. But it turns out she's something else. She is a person of color. So Birkin decided to say, look, we think that that Black female actors, or excuse me, rappers, are a bad look for my brand. I couldn't agree more. Because you see here, and it's for several reasons, but it's not even a black thing. It's not even a black thing. Listen, and especially you ladies, listen good. A purse is a gift. The only way it shows that your nana is worth more than the nana of the next woman is if it is purchased and paid for completely by a successful penis. That is the only way it sends a message. That message is my nana was able to attract the penis of a man that can afford six-figure purses. That is the value of my nana. However, if you are single and you buy your own purse, it means nothing. It says nothing about the value of your nana. It just says something about your individual success. But that doesn't make your nana better than the nana of nana. It doesn't. It doesn't make your nana more valuable than the next chick buying shit yourself. If you are a teenager and you buy your own flowers for Thanksgiving, let me back up. If you are a teenager and you buy your own flowers for Valentine's Day, y'all know the day. I went to school in the 90s, but y'all know, y'all know if they still do that. In fact, I don't even know if they do, because right around Valentine's Day, like the Oriental people, they and Mexicans, they open up like little flower shops, but I don't see that around as much anymore. Or maybe I'm just not looking for them. You know, just for young dudes like myself to buy his lady friend a flowers and balloons and crap like that, so she can show off in front of her classmates her superior nana value. If you are a woman who bought it for yourself, then you not only disgrace your own nana, you disgrace flowers. You disgrace the entire flowers. It is supposed to, the entire concept of flowers, it is supposed to be a gift. Back to the Birkin bags. That is their entire demographic. The demographic is not the women. See, the demographic of Birkin, and I don't know anything about it. In fact, I probably never even seen one. You know, and if I did, I don't care. You know, but the demographic of it is not Birkin, or it's not white women. The demographic of Birkin bags is of white men. This is the demographic of successful white men. That is who they are targeting with this. They are saying, if you are that dude, if you are that yacht owning person with several timeshares in south of France, Dubai, if you are riding private, if you fly private, then you, sir, are the target demographic of Birkin. If you play golf and you hire somebody to drive you around in a cart, then you, sir, are the target demographic. If you are married with kids and have a side piece on the side that you purchase, not only a stove, but an entire apartment and college education for, then you, sir, are the target demographic. Their target demographic is high value men. The type of men that go and went to universities with the ivy on it. The type of guys that shake their head a little bit when they talk. The type of guys that went to the elementary schools with the little patches on the breast of the sweater. The type of guy that got benches with their names on it from the junior highs that they went to and stuff like that. That is the target demographic. This is for the bidet people. And I'm not talking about regular, hardworking, six-figure brothers like some of us, 5 to 6 figure brothers like some of us. I'm not talking about that. No, I'm talking about bidet people. You know what bidet people is? Bidet people never use toilet paper, so I assume. Why? Because they live in a house with a bidet. They've always grown up around bidets, and then when the bidet was broken, they paid a poor person to wipe it for them. That's what I'm talking about. The Princess Zamunda type people. That is their target demographic. That's why they don't have commercials. Why? Because they are selling bags to people that don't watch TV. You think that a Birkin bag person, a person with 6 figures to spend on a purse, is watching Jerry Springer? Like you just got finished watching Maury Povich, and now that you know who is and who isn't the father, would you be interested in a 6-figure bag? No. These aren't regular people. And since you're only focused on the top 0.1% of people, you don't advertise to millions to reach that. You know what the advertising is? The advertising is when the rich guy gets together and other rich guys, and then they walk on poor people floor. Well, here's what I mean by poor people floor. The floor is not like poor itself. The floor is made up of poor people that is laying down to cushion the feet of the rich person that walks on their back. I got a feeling that they do that. And they have their eyes wide shut parties. And then at these parties, they say, sponsored by Birkin. This party is sponsored by Birkin. And then women say, ooh, what's that? It's a very expensive purse. Oh, really? Well, if it's expensive, then that means I'll never see a black rapper with it. And there you go. Or a black female rapper with it. And there you go. Hold on. Okay, swallow a little bit of spit. All right, I'm back in business. All right, so you see, what does a strong black woman have to do with a Birkin purse? The answer is nothing. Nothing. Expensive purses isn't for the strong women of the world. It is for the Super Saiyan pygmies of femininity. That is who it is for. And you diminish it. Just like if somebody can't fight, but they walk around with a Cobra Kai uniform on, getting their ass kicked, getting their buttocks kicked. Now you see what happens? You shame the brand. It is not for you. You can't sit with us. And now they want to scream, no, this is racist. It's not racist. It's nothing personal. It's not for trailer chicks either. Once people, it's not for Roseanne. It's not for, it's Roseanne because she buys it for herself. It's for Oprah because she buys it for herself, but it's not meant for, that was not the purpose. This is not for meritorious women of any type. This is not for the virtuous woman. This is for the genetically fortuitous woman. She is genetically fortunate. When a woman carries this bag, she is to feel valued and beautiful. If you are not these things, then don't carry the bag. Period. It gives a false message. This message is not for you. Just like sagging is not for me. I remember one time I made a joke, right? Because y'all know what I am. Y'all know I'm a nerd. And I appear as one as well. So I make the joke because this was when, people were talking about, when E40 said, was talking about dreads, and he said, I ain't got none, but I'm planning on growing some, right? And me either. I don't have dreads, nor did I ever. And at that time, dreads was starting to become a hood thing. Before that, it wasn't even a hood thing. It was more just like a pro-black thing. Like you'll see it on the likes of people like Busta Rhymes, but it was becoming a hood thing. And I'm even though I grew up in the hood, I don't have a hood persona. Yeah, tell me where to go. Tell me when to go. Yeah, exactly. So I made the joke. I was like, I was thinking about growing dreads. I don't have none, but I'm planning on growing some. Just to quote the song. And a couple of chicks was like, "Oh no, you shouldn't do that. You should not do that." Now, were they hating on me for being a nerd? Maybe, but I don't think so. I mean, basically what they're saying is I am not an adequate representative of dreads. I would waste time and hair to do so. I would humiliate myself by behaving in such a manner. I would. Not only would I humiliate myself, I would humiliate dreads. I would change what they represent. As the appearance of this new generation of dreadheads changed the former meaning of dreads. Many of you are not old enough to realize it, but it wasn't always like this hood thing, this country hood thing, this sketchy thing. In fact, once it became that, people like Busta Rhymes cut theirs, and he was known for dreads. That is where so basically when you are trying to create a brand of something, of a product, that this is who this is for, then you want to steer your product in that direction. If I want to throw a party full of Black people, however, a Asian person, let's say, got a hold of one of the flyers and invite all of their friends, and this person just so happens to be in the Black culture, and so does the other ones, I would be a little disappointed. Because this was not the demographic I was shooting for. Now, you'll be happy to hit any demographic, if you are a struggling business, but these business people have a reason, and they go to the party and rub elbows with the muckety mucks. And he has to go and rub elbow with the muckety mucks, and they say, "Oh no, do not touch my elbow, sir. I spent $1 million to get my wife 3 bags just to see it on some rapper's arm. I will shake your hand, but I will not rub my elbows with you." Hey, somebody tell me, I'm not rich. Do they actually rub elbows? I got a feeling they do all kind of strange stuff. Or they make it up. Oh, be careful. Be careful. When y'all get around the muckety mucks, be careful, because what they do is they do stuff and just to make fun of you. Cause you're not muck born. You're not muck born. So they'll do something and you think that you're one of them, but you really not. So be careful of that. But whatever it is they do, I got a feeling that they have that they have whatchamacallit. I got a feeling that they got shrunken apples. Like, I think that they eat like real little apples that are the size of berries, but they eat like a bunch of them, and poor people don't get any. I don't know. I never really worked directly for them in a service capacity, so I don't know how they live. Lost my train of thought. Birkin bags, which is why I don't buy Birkin bags. Personally, I just don't believe in excessive ornamental spending. I don't. Which means that even if I were an extraordinarily wealthy person, I still wouldn't do it. I just, it's just not in me. And it's probably because if I were to become rich, I would be, by definition, nouveau rich. And I just don't get down like that. I don't care how many I have, how many monies I have. I'm not their target demographic, nor will my wife be, ever. So basically, what these rappers are doing, and I don't even know who female rappers are nowadays. I genuinely don't. But what they are doing is they think that they're advertising something to a certain demographic of people, but they're advertising it to a demographic of people that can't afford it, and even if they can, they wouldn't buy it. So it's not actual advertising. What it is them showing off their nana to you. And that's what rappers do. And the only people stupider than the rappers that do it is the people who listen and support the rappers who do it. So I remember 50 Cent, came out with Window Shopper. You just a window shopper. And I'm thinking, I'm a young man, I'm thinking, he talking about me. And then the people who were broker than I were just like, I'm like, he talking about you, right? They singing it, thinking that they making fun of somebody else that's slightly poorer. No, it's talking about you. He is trying to instill penis envy in you. I'm like, I'm not going to back this song. I know what this is about. This is about me. If you ever seen something, you wanted it, but you can't afford it, then you're a window shopper. So that's what the brand has diminished itself to. That's what it has turned into. Well, yeah, I think that they do. They're just too polite to say it. So Starstream says, I wonder if all these high-end fashion designers appreciate the Gagas ripping their brand. No, they don't. That's why they don't pay them to do it. See, I didn't think about it when it happened, but if I was Polo, if I was Ralph Lauren, and Trick Daddy said, that we're more polo gear than me, girl. It's like, dang, why do you have to say that? You are not my target demographic. Do you look like you play horse golf? Like, I have a logo of a horse golfman on my that's my logo of a guy playing horse golf. And you don't play horse golf. However, you just buy my crap. You just buy my crap, you put on gold teeth, and you're in the face of a woman like Trina arguing over who can do 5 or 6 best friends. And then you represent my brand. I did not pay you. I did not ask you for this. I didn't ask for that crap. You think I had you in mind when I sold the stitch of a horse golf person on my Lego, on my label? I wear their cologne. I gotta go home and when I get home, I'm gonna smell. I don't know if it's red or double red that I wear, but I know it's one of the reds. So yeah, like whatever, it's not for you. They all think that they're just too polite to say it because they don't want to come off as assholes. But these people try to be as white as possible, so they can have something of their own without sounding like some 1950s fat old-timey diner owner. Yeah, it's obvious when they don't want you allowed, but yet you just kind of stick your foot in the door. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I'll see that some stuff is for them, and I'll get a little bit curious. I never did it, but one day I might eat me some Grey Poupon. I just might. But no, like if somebody makes a farmers only website and you from New York City, then don't go. It's not personal. It's not racist or nothing like that. This is for people who were born, raised, and live in a rural area and who do rural area people stuff like tractor pulls and NASCAR and fishing. If you are not that person, if you grew up in San Francisco, Los Angeles, Oakland, Chicago, New York, Detroit, if you grow up in these places, don't go to farmersonly.com. You ain't no farmer. People make stuff for a certain demographic of people. And what's worse is you're not Tiger Woods, Trick Daddy. And you're not Martha Stewart, Cardi B. I could see if you're gonna cross over, cross over. Don't just dress like the people who are on the other side. What sense does that make? I'm just gonna dress. No, you are not that thing. Therefore, you should not behave as such. And by doing so, you make this thing less this thing. Y'all know those security guard uniforms that's something like police? That's you. You're trying to appear policey. You're trying to appear something like a cop. You're trying to live off of their cachet and their appearance of authority. You're trying to live off of them, but you're not. And you did not go through the physical criteria. You're fat. And by dressing up like them, you make regular cops look fat. That's you. You're a security guard. They're a cop. Oh, by the way, Councilor Murray, I appreciate the 499, the 499 super chat. My bad. Y'all know how I get when I get into my rants. You know, you are a security guard with a cop-like uniform. Your badge is not made from metal. So stop emulating. No, you get your own uniform and you bring pride to that uniform. And you rapping women, y'all get your own bags, and you find a bag able man to buy it for you. And then you bring value to that that bag. That's what you do. Stop trying to take the cachet of your betters. And what do I mean by betters? I mean women whose nana is worth more than yours. That's what I mean. Yves, I'm sure, is a black female rapper whose nana is of extraordinarily high value. It is a Birkin nana. Foxy Brown was also a black female rapper, and for all her talk about it, her nana was not all that, which is why she doesn't get a Birkin bag for it. No, what she gets is, in California, we have to pay. We have to pay, because of the environment, we have to pay 10 cents for a bag in the grocery store. That's your nana. Somebody offers to pay the 10 cents for you to get a plastic bag so you don't have to carry your groceries in or to the car with your hands. That is your worth. That is the value of it. While theirs is worth hundreds of thousands, Yves is worth hundreds of $1,000s of bag. Why? Because she was able to get somebody to buy it for her. See, it's not a black thing, because Burberry wouldn't mind if Yves did it, because it is every pick-me's dream, and those are the only people who are worth putting my penis in. It is every pick-me's dream to not have the bag, but have the man that buys them the bag. And that's what these bag petitious don't understand. These bag petitious be like, oh, I'm going to get my bag. I'm going to get my bag. It ain't about the GD bag. It's about the penis. Penis. God, this hotel room echoes like an MF. It's about the penis that provides the bag. While other women are trying to keep the penis the source of all bags, you just want the bag. You just want the residuals of it. Your brain is different than their brain, and they do not want their label. I don't even know what the Birkin label is. Somebody describe it to me. They don't want their label associated with whatever the fuck your brain is doing. This is Birkin. This is not twerking. This is something that people that went to and continue to go to debutante balls do. Let me read some super chats before it scrolls all the way up. All right. Horse stick ball and selling clothes in the hood. Horse stick ball. Are you talking? What is that? Is that a thing? Is that like a country thing? Right. Oh, I have no horse and no sailboat, but I got the gear. Yeah, I mean, well, you're probably not a Birkin dude. I mean, you treat your females right, get them some nice boobies, get them some nice boobies, but you probably not on no hundred. And me, I'll get a nice stove, but you're not on some like $100,000 purse thing. Pygmies are worth goodies. And to the prime pick me goes the Birkin. See, that's the thing. It's not about it's just like people like a belt is a belt until the belt represents something more. See, a belt is just a belt meant to hold your pants up until it represents something more, until it represents your manhood. And only a select group of people can have that particular belt. They're called champions. They are called the champion of beating the crap out of somebody else. Then you get that belt. You earn it. You don't just buy it. You earn it. The women who have the Birkin bags earn it. They earn it through their pick-me-ness. This is for pick-me's. Black rapping women, this is for pick-me's. You do not rap about pick-me's unless you're Stormy Maya. There is a world of goodies that is available to pick-me's that you simply don't qualify for. Deal with it. And you want to know why they qualify for stuff that you just like I didn't qualify to go to the away games. I mean, unless unless I actually drove there or something like that. When I was in high school, because I'm not athletic, which means that there's certain privileges that my homies got that I didn't get. Same with pick-me's. There's certain benefits of the world that pick-me's get that regular women don't get. And y'all don't want to accept that. Y'all see those bags and y'all want to pretend like y'all pick me too. But no, you're a 4-year-old playing tea party. You're a 4-year-old playing tea party, and y'all think that the tea makes the sound of a coffee maker. I know what y'all doing. They come up and they do the fake tea, and then they go shh, but it don't sound like that when tea pours. No, that's the coffee machine. You got it confused. Why? Because you've never been to an actual tea party. You don't know stuff. You're devaluing tea. Who's Howie Hawkins? I'm not even in America. I'm not following the race. Yeah, exactly. Baby Fat was just like a half black person. I think if she was that, I think she probably was just like a dark Asian woman. Yeah, exactly. These have practical functions for you. I mean, see, I believe that things should have a practical value, at least. See, everything that's sold to people, have a balance between functional and ornamental. Just like a car is somewhat ornamental, mean is somewhat visually pleasing, but it's also functional. And I tend to veer towards the functional when I spend my money. I balance its functionality versus its ornamentality, and then I purchase accordingly. And that's why when I get into these talks with Fantastic and some game niggas or game nagagas, when I get into it with them about shoes. I'm like, look, it's not. I buy it for its function, and its function is not worth $100 or more. It's just not. They're shoes. I buy a nice, comfortable pair of tennis shoes that look decent. They look decent, but and this is not a shot at the people who do. Am I out looking for what's the latest that some basketball player signed his name to? No, it's just not. It just don't thrill me. I mean, if somebody like Michael Jordan was to give me a pair of shoes and like take the shoes off his feet and give it to me, I'll keep them. But I'm because I can't wear them. They're not my size. But I'm just saying I'll keep them. But it's not that big a deal. Am I going to pay like thousands and thousands of dollars for? No, it's not a thing. Okay, cool. Well, I voted before I got here, so it's I mean, and nobody changed my mind since. So that's that. All right. Okay, so she's Korean black. All right, cool. So I mean, she improved the genetics because he's a shorter guy and she's a taller woman. So he improved the genetics. She improved the genetics. Pink Pill made it to ABC. Okay. I mean, that's them. Get your burqa bag. But you have unworthy vagina. Well, I'm not even gonna get into that. All right. Oh, there's no logo. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's just how they get down. Was that Hermes? Oh, and then some other chick is like talking against Cardi B's bag that she earned because a man bought it for her. Oh, it's Cardi B's not black, is she? Notice, and that's another thing. The whole people of color thing. Well, I don't even want to think about that. I swear, I don't even want to think about it. When have you seen black female celebrities promote black designers on the red carpet? Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't pay attention to the thing, but the fact that I don't know the name of it, I mean, I think people just like Italian stuff. Listen, people like people to do the thing that they're known for doing. Like, if I ever have an interior designer, if it is a he, then he will probably be Jihei. My barber wouldn't, but my interior designer would. Because I just assume that they know more about stuff like that. It's not prejudice, or maybe it is, but that's just how I think about stuff like that. And y'all know how I feel about my mechanics and the ethnicity that I refuse to go to for mechanics. I won't even get into the details of that, but y'all know. I used to date a hairstylist. She hated the female celebrities. They would lie and tell her would give her free advertisement on social media page. They lied. Oh dang. So another thing is that unfortunately our race is the one that's associated with poverty. Meaning the moment you sport something, you don't look richer by sporting it. The thing that you sport looks poorer. You think you look richer for sporting something, but really in actuality, what's going on is you're making that thing look poorer. It's kind of like a person with yellow teeth saying, my teeth look cleaner when I sport this shirt with this t-shirt with this logo that and picture of a toothpaste tube. But really, you make that toothpaste look worse. You make that dentist look worse. The dental hygienist look worse. It's brand recognition. And unfortunately, our brand is associated with poverty. Therefore, luxury spending of any type will look bad when we do it. And only a certain type of us. Like luxury spending looks good when Tiger Woods do it, but it looks bad when Floyd Mayweather does it. And that's not a race thing. That's just how things are. There is a certain personality. Tiger Woods is a bidet person. He went to the parties where the guys, the white guys, should shake their head from side to side when they point and stuff. And they hang on words when they say it. I hope this person doesn't believe that because he is wearing a Harvard sweatshirt at the community college that I would actually believe that he went to Harvard. I, sir, have earned my Harvard sweatshirt because I actually went to Harvard University. I am a legacy at Harvard, and I'm sure that my children will go to Harvard. That's not you. And if that's not you, don't wear the damn sweatshirt. You're at the same state university as me, and you got the Harvard sweatshirt. What is that? Does that give you powers? Does that give you powers, sir? Why are you wearing a sweatshirt? It's obvious what school you go to. It's not even on the same coastline. I went to school in Cali. It's not. It's not. It's obvious that you didn't go to Harvard. You are perpetrating. You are a fraud. And by wearing the Harvard sweatshirt, you diminish Harvard. And it's the same type of diminishment that these chicks bring to the Birkin label. It's not a race thing. They say the same thing to the trailer chicks. They don't want you in it. They don't want you to sit in a restaurant eating cut up hot dogs with their bag. They don't. They are creating exclusivity. That's why it's so expensive. It's expensive because you don't have it. And the moment you buy it, they don't want it. The only people that want it is the people that can't afford it. You diminish them. You want to know what it's like being diminished? Ask Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart used to be like William Sonoma, and I didn't even know what that was until they tried to headhunt me. She used to be like William Sonoma, and now she's at Target. Just being at Target lowers her. It makes her less pick me, and pick me's are better women. Pick-me's are the women that regular women aspire to be, but they can't. They fear that their vaginas are not worthy enough to be pick-me's, so they run to feminism because they're scared. But pick-me's have confidence in their vaginal value, and they don't need feminism. They don't need feminism because they know that they're gonna get picked. They are Cinderella and you are the stepsister. And Birkin would be damned if a stepsister was to wear a glass slipper. Look at my glass slipper. I bought it at the glassmith. I bought it at the glassmith, and he made me a pair of slippers. No, no, no. You don't get glass slippers. Why? Because you're an ugly stepsister. No, the only proper way to get glass slippers is from a fairy godmother. That's why the glass slipper don't fit. When the prince attempted to put the glass slipper on the ugly stepsister, it didn't fit. Why? Because it's not for them. This is not for you. This is for Cinderella. She is a pick-me, even though she grew up in a cellar. And you got invited to the ball and she crashed. It don't matter. Why? Because pick-me's are welcome everywhere. Being a pick-me means that you get to go anywhere you want. You don't have to wait outside. You just walk up to the velvet rope and walk in. Wherever it is. Being a pick-me means that you go anywhere. If you don't believe me, if there's a pick-me listening, go to a Jewish wedding. Go to a Jewish wedding next. Find out where your nearest Jewish wedding is, and just walk in the motherfucker and see if somebody says something. They won't. You want to know why? Because you're a pick-me and you go where you please. Go to an Italian mafia meeting where they're talking about stuff and kissing each other on both cheeks, like and just walk in and say, "Excuse me, where's the restroom?" You're welcome everywhere. So I'm gonna answer one by one because I'm trying to clean my channel up, and then dialogues get messy. So I'm gonna answer one by one. Okay. There's a link. All right. Roof Chris is apparently the new Red Lobster. See, see, you see that, and it's because of that episode of it's because of that episode of The Wire. It's because of that episode of The Wire. They never want you there. What is it with like? See, and this is another thing. This is another thing. Everybody else would be happy having their own stuff. Like the Native Americans are happy with their reservation and they make casino monies. The Chinese are happy with Chinatown and all of the other encompassing Oriental nationalities that live here in the U.S. They're happy with their own areas. But we made an effort. We made an effort to kick down the door to eat at other people's restaurants. You know they spit in your stuff. You know they did all kind of nasty stuff in your stuff. Why do you insist on going? Look, it's not for you. Now, granted, it shouldn't be legal, but it's not really for you, is it? Why are you kicking down, beating down doors that are slammed in your face? If Birkin don't want you to promote their stuff, then don't promote it. What's going on, St. Cloud?
What up, bro? How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. So you mind?
Honestly, I had no clue this was even an issue. I had no idea there was such backlash in response to black people wearing certain brand of clothing. Because I mean, I haven't seen it before. You know, if I'm wearing Gucci or Ralph Lauren or whatever brand I was rocking, I never got anything for it. I didn't think I was making the brand look bummy. I mean, so I guess the thing with me is, um, I guess how would you know? How would you know that was the reaction people had to seeing black people rocking a certain clothes or eating at certain restaurants?
Well, first of all, it's not really a black people thing. It's the Nagaga aspect of it. But unfortunately, there are far too many Nagagas who do stuff like that are black. There are far too many of them. So, people are starting to associate the two. But even Tommy Hilfiger would have like an occasional like Stacey Dash looking model on his thing, or some, super six pack dude. But it's like when my cousins, they used to ask me to get stuff from Abercrombie and Fitch, you know, and walk. I didn't know what the place was. I thought it was just some young people stuff. And when I walked in, it was apparent who this stuff was for, and it's just that's what it was. And this was not a place for Nagagas. It's not, they didn't kick me out or anything, and my cousins don't really follow that thing, but they make it clear that this is our stuff. Unless you're going to completely join the light side, then then get out of Abercrombie.
I mean, I didn't know about that. I knew Abercrombie. They said they wouldn't make clothes for fat people. I had no idea because the owner said, "I will not make clothes for fat people." I never heard him or imply or give a kind of idea that he would refuse it to black people. I mean, I guess like,
Most
because I mean,
Nagagas, most Nagagas are fat.
yeah, I get it. But like, I rock brands though. I mean, I rock stuff from Ralph Lauren, H&M stuff. Even on the websites, I see dark skinned people, rocking the clothes. So I guess from what I'm seeing, I don't see the discrimination. And or if it's there, I'm not, or it's there, I don't really notice it. But I guess in the day, I mean, I'm gonna wear what I wear, and if people don't like it, they can go fuck right off. I mean,
They could F right off, yeah.
yeah,
Well,
F right off. I'm sorry.
yeah, no worries. That's because you're not a Nagaga. That's because you're not a Nagaga that you don't really get the hatred. But you see, when they get the hatred, they assume it's because that they are black. But no, it's not because they're black. It's because they're Nagagas. Do you think Tiger Woods would get hate for wearing Abercrombie? My cousins don't get it. They feel perfectly comfortable, and they happen to personally know the bidet people. They know these people, and nobody gives them crap for it. Like the Stacey Dash caricature on Clueless will not get it. No, they get upset when Trick Daddy does it. When some Florida nagaga with gold teethus, sing about it.
Oh, that's something totally different now because it goes beyond your race. It goes beyond your behavior and how you're carrying yourself. It goes
Exactly.
beyond at that point. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I agree. If you're giving a more of a classy brand kind of label for your clothing, you don't want a person walking around with gold teeth and being obnoxious wearing your clothes. I totally get that. Um, but
Saying words that's not words. Because now, like I didn't like Polo didn't want that crap, you know. So yeah, it's really more of that.
yeah,
It's really, that's what they're avoiding. But see, what they try to do is they try to hitch their nagagging onto our race.
hmm.
You know, and they do that every time when they say, because Cardi B responded, but the article was like, look, I don't want black female rappers to do it. It's not a matter of, they have models. I'm sure. I don't look at, but I'm pretty sure, because everybody does. They have these models that look like that they grew up from affluent neighborhoods, model their stuff.
Of
The
course,
black, the
of
black
course.
females, dark skinned black females. They have like the big smile on their face, and they're with like six other white people, and but they're there and they have the smile on their face, and yeah, exactly. And then you have the black dude, the dark skinned black dude doing push ups with the housewife on his back, like like they have that. By the way, that crap is insulting. I seen that on an orange juice commercial. You seen that commercial?
No, I mean, but I'm kind of envisioning it though.
Yeah, yeah, that was assault. But I'm saying those are the type, those are the tokens.
A
So it's not
token.
like that. Yeah, they just like look. They don't want their label associated with Nagaga chick. Nobody wants to be associated with them. The rest of the world is polite. They're polite. They're polite when they tolerate their crap. However, most people, including myself, are sick of it. And they want to say that I am not with these nagagas. Everything you do, I will do the opposite. If you brush your hair backwards, I will brush it forward.
Pushing
Everything,
forward, yeah.
yeah. Everything you do, I do backwards. If you shave with the grain, I'm going to shave against it. Everything you do, they will do the opposite. People want to be as far away from you as possible. And you think that they like you because their kids will emulate you or something like that. No, they're just taking something that they find interesting. And children tend to find comfort and liberty in sticking it to the system and that's what you represent. But regular, normal adult human beings, no, they represent the system. They are the system. The system represents order, and so does Birkin bags.
I mean,
If, Go for it.
personally, I didn't even hear of Birkin until a couple of weeks ago. I had no clue what it was. I
Me
mean,
too.
I saw it. I know brands. I really do, because I shop sometimes and I see the brand stuff. But I went online. Those things can cost up to like 100 grand for a bag. I'm like, holy Christ!
Yeah,
Yeah, those are. That's like a house in some parts of the U.S.
it is. Sometimes it's two. Sometimes it's two. In like rural areas, you get two houses and a trailer. But you see, once you already have all that, I mean, listen, certain things are not for me. I understand that. You know, I know my place. If I see a bidet, I would just ask the people, like, I'm sorry, I would much rather have some toilet paper.
I mean, you don't want to devalue yourself. I mean, if that's how you want to live. I mean, that's how you want to live. I don't.
I'm saying I'm not worthy yet. Until
Oh,
I am worthy of a bidet myself and a urinal and a urinal,
in a
then
urinal.
yeah, then I would just as soon, use toilet paper.
I get it, but I mean, I'm just saying, don't limit yourself because of what people who are the same color as you are doing. I mean, because like that's never how I was. I mean, I'm like, I do me. I behave how I want to behave. I act how I want to act. I don't let other people define who I want to be. So
No, no, I get it, but you crawl before you walk and you wipe before you wash. So, I am a wiper. One day I aspire to be a washer. I do. And I'm not talking about those things you get from Amazon where you rig it up and you squirt regular toilet water up your butt. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the actual bidet. Until I am worthy, I just as soon wipe. And that gives me motivation. Every time I wipe it makes me want to work harder to one day be bidet.
hmm. So it's white to have anal hygiene. Oh, got it.
Well, no. So here's the thing, and this is what I've come to realize about the truly muckety muck rich people, um, is that we have dirty booties. That's what they think of us. They think, because, like, think about it. If after you use the bathroom and somebody didn't use water, they just took a paper towel and wiped their hand, but they didn't wash it, you would think that they got dirty hands, right?
Oh,
Well,
absolutely.
well, that's what they think about our booties. That is what they think about our booties.
Oh, honestly, I didn't think about it that way. I've been using TP for my entire life. I never thought about it until
And
just
that's it.
now.
They've been using bidets their entire life, and they look at us. I'm thinking like they thinking. They thinking like we got dirty booties, and so you walk up to a chick like that who's like the son or not son, but the daughter of a raider, and the byproduct of a Raiders chick or something like that, and she's like, "Oh, you talking to me, you dirty booty boy?" That's what I'm thinking.
Actually, great news. I'm online right now. It says you can get a bidet for as little as $300. So
That's what. But see, is it that inward rig? Is it the Nagaga rig up that you put into your toilet and you squirt toilet water in your booty? No,
I know.
I'm talking about built in. I'm talking about you go into the restroom and then you have the granite countertops, and then like right next to the toilet is the bidet setting.
Yeah, yeah,
And
I am.
for that three
I'm,
hundred
I'm
dollars,
I mean, I'm looking at it right now. It's the toilet is on the left, and then it's like a little sink kind of looking thing. Yeah, I see it.
and it's only $300.
I mean, to get it installed might be, but it might be additional fees and stuff. I mean, anywhere from $300 to $1,000 within that range.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just Google it. Type in bidet cost or bidet installation. It's not as much as you think it is. Actually, it's pretty cool.
I thought it was more because I only see it in muckety muck houses. So guess what, you dirty booty people? I am soon going to get me a bidet by the end of the year, and I will be better than all of you. But I mean, I'm not gonna say it except for now, but I'm gonna think it. I'm gonna think it. The moment that water hits my booty, I am going to accept my new position in society.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, which is higher than yours.
Yikes!
You
Shots
butt,
fired.
you butt wipes. But that's what you do. You incrementally move up, and then you have to prepare yourself. You have to be a certain human being to sit on a Japanese toilet. And then once that happens, you can say, I am worthy, and you are embraced by the other people who use the bidets.
Yeah, definitely.
And that is how it works with Birkin people. That's how it works with Birkin people. If you
All right.
are not an actual Birkin, you're faking. I don't know,
Yeah, I
Soap Screen.
agree.
That's a
It's
good question. I know it has soap in it because I never use one. I seen it and I wiped anyway. Because there's some lucky bucks out here. But I see it, but I just wiped anyway. I'm like, one day. So personally, I don't know the science of it, but I do know that their booty is cleaner than mine.
Yeah. All right. So, how do you advise we as a people make it from TP to bidets? How do we become the bidet people exactly?
You study from the bidet people that exist and take the best parts of the cultures that lead you in that direction. Honestly, you look at how they educate their young, and you follow a certain template while keeping the best of your culture. In other words, black people, black men and boys, should strive to be Asian with a bigger penis. Penis.
Love it when you say that.
Yeah. And then you would be unstoppable. That is what you do. That is how you do it. So find out how they doctor their kids. And by doctor their kids, I mean raise their kids to be doctors, and then do that. Don't just have them and hope that they become in the NBL. No, you from letting them play outside. No, you find out the pattern of nurturing. If they eat something, then that's what you feed your kids. See, like Bruce Leroy. That is how you do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So looks like nobody else here. I'll put it up for a second. Then I'm gonna close down. Yeah, I'm gonna do these one at a time. So I'm keeping the stream clean. Unlike my booty, but I do wipe
Yeah.
hard. I mean, I wipe as hard as I can while not being G-hay. I do, you know. I give a thorough wiping, but any more thorough, and then you're moving into the G hate category. But yeah, so yeah, trying to keep the streams clean because.
Oh yeah, you don't want to get shadow banned, do you?
I'm already shadow banned.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
So
ridiculous. I'm trying to
so
get it like undone, and that's why y'all see so many videos go to private because like after they scan it and their scanners come up with something, nobody else is going to come up and manually check it, so it's just going to stay like that. So I just put it on private. If it says limited ads, I just put it on private because that means that the scanners pick something up.
I got you. So how many bidet people do you think there are in Oakland where you live?
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot. It's a very expensive city to live in because of its proximities in the flatlands. However, in the hills, that's where you get like the real muckety mucks of the world.
Man, wow, I didn't know that because I think of when I think of like the Bay, I think of like San Fran, Silicon Valley. That's where I think all the money is. I didn't think Oakland was that kind of place.
Anywhere that's along the lines of it. And by that I mean anywhere that's barterable to these places are definitely going to be worth money. The real estate alone, that and any place with a port and docks is going to generate wealth for the people who work there, and things like that.
Oh, definitely.
But, yeah, but and you can get to both Silicon Valley and San Francisco by BART living there. And not only that, it's a beautiful place to live. Yeah. I mean, I've seen the view from, I don't live there, but I've seen the view from the Oakland Hills, and it's beautiful. It's better than the San Francisco Hills.
Nice. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know much about real estate, but I do know areas near ports are higher because ultimately I said I live about a half hour from Baltimore, and the market for Baltimore is supposed to boom in the next couple of years. I'm not sure how long it'll take though, but it's a growing market, so I'm definitely going to look into getting some properties around here.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart. I watched The Wire, and it's a bunch of like vacants that homeless people live in. I'm like, that's a waste of good property. We don't have those. We don't have the homeless people live in like shanty towns. And there's a lot of them, but as far as like empty places, no, nobody's gonna like let Bay Area property just stay empty. That's $1 million.
Yeah, actually, the Wire's pretty accurate because out in Baltimore, that's how it is. You have those homes that are all boarded up and stuff. What happens is, because what happens is the government actually wants you to buy those homes up, so they'll charge like $5K for like a vacant boarded up house, and then you can just renovate it and sell it. So they're selling like hotcakes out here.
Mm-hmm. So hold on, let me bring up Melodies. Melody, I appreciate the $4.99 super chat. You says you're supposed to wipe until you don't see any more poop. Well, yeah. I mean, even still, there's the invisible poop. There's the invisible poop that's still in the booty. That's like 99.9%, and then so there's that, but that and it's a little bit cleaner. I mean, there's still poop, I'm sure, even with bidet people. I mean, like nobody. Then that's why I don't eat booty, like because there's always some residual poop there, bidet or not. Yeah.
Wait. When you wipe, you actually look at the paper. That's disgusting.
You asking me if I look at the paper?
Yeah, like Melody said, like you gotta check if there's poop on it. I'm like, how would you know? I don't look at the paper. I just wipe it and I flush.
Well, I mean, but there's a certain feeling though. There is a certain feeling that you feel the tissue on the booty, and you don't feel anything like between the tissue and the booty. Like, I know the feeling of it. I don't know if I ever like look at it, but when I see it in the toilet, it seems pretty decent. So it says, you're gonna stream up with some ladies. Do what these fools around here are only talking about. I probably could if I find one that speaks some, because you could translate. I can't really translate. If I find one that's decent looking and speaks some English, I'd do that. I actually met a chick who on the airport who was nice, and I probably do an interview with her. So Blaze, check me out, because if I do, I'll have you translate, because she's Congolese. So she speaks French. So if you could do that, yeah, I'll interview her. She's cute, you know, and she could tell us about her continent. But yeah, I don't speak the language like that, Marco. You know, like I barely just like have enough to try to game a chick or two, or what do you call it, a chica or two. But I don't really do that. That's just but no, it'll be nice to have a chica or two on the show. So be prepared um for that. What does that have to do with the show? What you think I'm gonna make porn? Mark, you're losing me. You lose it here. I'll take one more person, but I'll take one more person, but I'm not gonna make porn. Shout out to Ramil Amir, but that's not really my thing. Because if I did, it'll be harder to sport a Birkin bag. You see, and so remember Forrest Gump, and they kicked Jenny out because she was doing some stuff in her college sweatshirt. So they kicked her out of the university that she was doing that in. It's like, look, people do not want their brand sullied. Because it's so bad, guy. He's talking about you, but I mean, listen. I don't know what I do, to be honest with you, because I've been doing it so long. I've been wiping my booty for so long that it's just like an unconscious thing to where I don't really know the procedure on if I look or not or what I do. It's just like an unconscious thing that I do.
I mean,
it's kind of like tying my shoes. But one day I'm gonna have to teach a kid, and I'm gonna have to like be conscious of what exactly I'm doing.
yeah. But like you can like feel it though, like you can feel when you have mud butt though, you can feel it like getting wiped off your behind. So I don't think you have to actually look at it per se.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I see what you're saying because you would actually have to take it out from under the area, take a peek, and
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I quite honestly have no idea what I do. Like I don't think about it when I'm doing it. I just do it and I feel cleaner. But I mean, deep down inside, I know that I have a relatively dirty booty.
Yeah, and that's why you're buying the bidet by the end of the year.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. So yeah, I'd probably give myself a bidet. I'm trying to think where I would put it as far as my bathroom structure, or maybe if I turn the tub to the side. I don't know, but I would do the whole bathroom. I don't know, it was so cheap. Well, I still wouldn't know something is wrong. Like, well, are you checking for blood? Like, what the hell? Like, what goes wrong?
I mean, I've been fine up until now, so I mean, there's no reason to change it.
Are you looking for corn? Like, corn and peanuts? Like, I don't know.
Prostate cancer and colon.
And you see that you see that on the paper. So you be in there with microscope and stuff, huh? No, Sister George, I'm not. I'm not Jihei. And this isn't a shot at them, but I'm pretty sure that sometimes that might be a complication. Okay, so Marco said, "Lo, I use Google Translate, but you remember when I tried to use Google Translate with your girls? When I tried to use Google Translate with your girls, and the stuff was just like all kind of different."
Yeah. What happens is they translate word by word. They don't. It's kind of weird. Like usually, you know how in English we have different words for different sayings and sentences and stuff. There's usually context.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for translate, they translate it word by word. So when you put it all together, it might get a little iffy.
Yeah, I mean, it works well. It just wasn't working like the speed and the flow of the conversation. So it says every animal. I mean, sometimes I take a look because, like, I do wonder, like, if it's solid or soft or something like that. And but that's you. I think you're unique. I think that you
Yeah, really.
you just like take a sniff of it and say, oh, I need to eat more. I need to eat more protein. I need to cut down on the Cinnabons. Like, hey, do you do you, brother? But like, or if it's slimy, you'd be like, oh, damn, that's too much spinach. Like, whatever you got going on with your routine, this is it's private. It's private. It's a private place.
Yeah, I can't look at shit, dude. Like just even looking at it makes me gag. It's disgusting. I can't even. Oh man.
A couple months ago, I had to check my neighbor. This dude had like three, and I don't know him, but he had like three dogs and no bag. I can't stand people like that. Kids play in the grass.
Oh no, I can't stand that.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, I get bag, I get bag. Like, you get bag. Like, you should have had a bag. He's Slavic of some sort.
I get beg or something like that. Yeah.
No, I'm saying he should have had the bag before he left the house. I'm not a dog person, but I do know enough to know that if I don't want to be a person, a human being picking up the scat of animals, then you don't become a dog person. You are a three dog person, so that's your lot in life. I'm a fish person.
Hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You told me you would like fish in a tank.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a fish person. I have my set of responsibilities, and you have yours. And yours is to keep the dog scat off my lawn.
Yeah, yeah. The same thing happens in my complex. You have people who walk. I mean, like it's weird because you know how those little things where it's like a little trash bin and you have like a bag right next to it when you pull the bag off, for your dog and stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I mean, this isn't a complex, so he's walking the neighborhood.
Oh wow, that's no. I'm saying the same thing happens in my complex where people walk their dogs, but not because there's bags around the place for you to use and they don't use them. They kind of let the dog do its business and they just walk away and leave it there.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't stand that. I want to punch him right in the face for that crap, man.
I have the patience, Ryan. It's just, listen, I have the patience. It's not a matter of patience. It just didn't flow. Like I tried to do with Marco's girls. It didn't flow. All right, I'll find a chica, and we could talk. I don't even know what y'all gonna ask her, because it's gonna be, yeah, but we could talk. But it'll be some chick I just met, because or nah, maybe I just interview the massage chica. Yeah, I'll ask the chick that give me a massage. Yeah. All right, but yeah, I'm gonna close down. So any final words?
Uh, Not really. I'll just say in the day, I mean, you rock whatever clothing brand you want to wear. Don't be so concerned with what people say about you because I mean, it's your money. You spend it how you want to spend it. That's pretty
True,
much my thing.
true. All right, yeah, and well, yeah. That being said, I'd like to thank the people, the cash apps and super chats, the managers and moderators, those who are listening silently, and those who are participating in the chat. Once again, this is Game Changer 00100. Enjoy the election. I don't even care. I I probably won't even find out until tomorrow. I do not care. I do not give a scat. A dog scat, a bidet scat, right now. And I'll probably find out from some new traveler tomorrow or something like that. But y'all enjoy it, you know. And yeah, this is Game Changer 00100. Game over. Peace.
Peace.